Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome to Skyhaven. This is brand new Kickstarters, backers only at the moment. I just received my key after backing their Kickstarter project, which was successfully funded, and now it seems like the game is in full swing of development. So at the moment it's only available to those who've backed it. So I'll just be opening it up, having a look at it. So yeah, see how you find it. So this is a little bit different than the other airport games that we've been playing on this channel. So this actually takes you back to 1910, I think, when it's all started, and you can already see from the graphics over here that it's pretty old school kind of plans and industries around airports and so on. So let's get straight into it. Again, disclaimer is that it's very early access, so anything can go wrong at this point in time. So just bear with that, with me and with the game, please. Okay, so there's some known issues at the moment: no sound, no music, and sometimes we can corrupt a save game. So we'll see. This is the extent of the tutorial at the moment. Also, game started 1910. Here you have to build an airport. For the first commercial flights, build a runway and a ramp, then connect it with taxiway, build a mail service and connect it with the ramp using a road, and then link ramp and mail services. Last step, hire trucks, mail service window, go and sign airlines, and you are ready to land your first flight. So we'll just kind of figure it out as we go along. So let's close this up. So this is the area that we've got available. Presumably you'll be able to expand that at some point in time. Also, distinct lack of external access, so it's not quite clear where people and mail and things come from. But anyway, we're more interested in getting the planes here. So here's the building menu. Okay, let's quickly have a look at what we see here. These are rating points, which is not in game yet. That's our money, $6,000 or something like that. This is workflow points to do research. This is the passengers in the airport, which is an interesting one. I don't know, we'll see how that works. Airplanes in the airport, so we can see that we are limited to 10 airplanes at the moment. There's a bit of a morning, day period, night period circle thing going on. It is in fact 1910. These are just the speeds, and that is build an office to unlock research, and the daily report will be available tomorrow. Perfect. So let's so the few things that we have available over here is barrel stock, so that's refueling. This is a grass ramp, so this is the parking spots. Grass strip, that's the runway, and then there's a post, warehouse, and an office. And all of these cost maintenance. There's also some road types: grass taxiway and grass road, and then just demolish it. Okay, so now let's quickly slot our airstrip in there. As you can see, it's a pretty long thing that you have to do, and I'm thinking we need to slot it in something like that, so that how do we rotate it? Okay, so we don't have a lot of options. So if you rotate it like this, there's no way it's gonna fit. So you really just have the one potential orientation, or let's make it 2 then. But so let's start by squeezing it in absolutely in that spot where we can. So there we go. So there we go. Grass strip is available. You can see there's a lot of room left. So presumably that's part of how we get it to upgrade. We don't have a lot of money, so we need to spend our money wisely. Let me see. So if we start the taxiway, so taxiway is only from the middle, which is something I find a little weird, but maybe that's just how it used to work back then. So what I'll do is I'm gonna run the taxiway out of here a little bit, because as we've learned with our other airports, it kind of seems to be important to do a kind of a one-way operation. So what I'll do now is yeah, let's do this. Okay, now let's see. Let's get these ramps. Okay, so this is kind of how the ramps work. I want to make sure that we set it back a little bit so that there's a little bit of room for the queuing and the stuff. Also, we don't actually need the queuing that much, so let's bring it in a little closer. We can bring it in right over there. Okay, so let's say we do this. Okay, so now what I'm interested in, oh, actually I think we can just run it like that and then get our ramps. Come on, ramps. Okay, something a little like that. Okay, well, let's do this. We'll work in our, and if you hold shift you can do 2 at a time. So, and whoa, let me see. Okay, let's try, and yeah, that should do the trick. I want them pretty close, but maybe not touching, because I'm not too sure how these things, yeah, they can't just go straight in there. So let's get another one, and that's most certainly not what I had in mind there. That's a bummer. This is not right. Let's close it, and can we move? Oh, we can move it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now let's move this to, yes, perfect, that spot over there. And I'm thinking one more like that. And you're not open, so let's open you up for business. And now let's get our stuff. Come on, close that, thank you. Okay, now the taxiway. Interesting. Can we wow, okay, that's okay. So the snapping thing here isn't going to work great for us. That's okay for now. This is just our, let's have a look at this game. So let's run, my goodness, so you have to space it out a fair bit. Okay, so there we go. Is this the wrong way around? It is in fact the wrong way around. Is it the wrong way around? If I look at this, right? No, it's not, it can't be. Anyway, let's have a look. I kind of just switched on the game a little bit and to see how this just functions. So just have to link your roads. So okay, so here, unlike some of the other airport games we're playing, you can't actually cross. I don't think you can cross the taxiway. Oh, it seems like you can. Yeah, so you can. Now you know, we don't need a crossing over there, but we may at some point run, actually now that I think about it, it might be worth us running a crossing over here somewhere. Let's move these things again. And I'll straighten that thing up as well. Oh, now I'm messing around with time and all these kind of things. I'm hoping that's not costing us too much money. Let's get rid of all of that. Okay, now close this thing and move it. I'll move it out of here a little bit. Okay, I still need to demolish these things. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're doing it. I want to move it out a little bit so they're not that close together. I'm going to go on that one there. Okay, so that kind of spacing is what I have in mind. Okay, something like that. Can we now? We can in fact squeeze something through there. What I'm also keen on is, can we? It's still too close, so we're moving it back a little more. Something like that. Is that now good enough? That in fact is good enough, so we'll stop it there. Now we want a little bit of room in between there, something like that, and a little bit of room in between there, something like that. Perfect. Okay, and I'm still worried that this is the wrong direction, but it's okay. So this is kind of my idea. Okay, now since it seems like we can in fact cut across here, I'm very tempted to, oh, it's too close. Okay, well, let's do a little something like this then. Okay, so okay, you'll see what I'm going to do now. Okay, so seems like they can cross there. We'll have a look and see if that works. So let's open up all of these that we've moved, like so and like so. They are now open. This is just the open and close toggle. Okay, now what is the next thing that we're going to do? We are going to need barrel stock, and let's run the road to this side also. Okay, so we'll do something like this, right? This is our road, and this is where they're going to cross to get there. Perfect. Now barrel stock over there, thank you very much, and postal service over here, thank you so much. And we still have a little bit of money, but not quite enough for the office. But what you do need to do is you need to actually buy vehicles. Okay, so let's see. If I click on vehicles, we need one of these guys to work the battle stock, thank you so much. And over here we need mail vehicles, and there's 2 slots available over here. I'm gonna grab 2 vehicles. Okay, good stuff. So now we're pretty much all out of money. Now you have to also link all of these ramps to the services. So at later parts of the game, you may have situations where you don't have all services on all of the ramps or parking spots. So we're linking the fuel service and the mail service. We're linking the fuel service and the mail service, and we're linking the fuel service and the mail service. And now we should be ready to rumble. Okay, so let's let's fast forward to our first flight. Here comes our first flight. So now you actually have to do your own air traffic control. So there's a flight that's going to come in. It's got some mail to deal with, so we'll allow it to land at ramp 3, 1, 2 and 3. So we'll say yes, thank you very much, you can come in at ramp 3. Now we just need to speed up the time a little bit. There goes a truck, it's crossing over there, and it's going to wait over here for the plane. Oh, here it comes. So it's so small it didn't even use the full runway. Okay, so let's see. Now it's parked over there. Oh, hang on. Look at that. How cool is that? There's the little guy sitting there and the little truck. Awesome. Truck has picked up mail. Okay, so if you click on the plane itself, you say it's unloaded mail. The loading of mail is not happening yet, but the parking service is available. Ooh, there's another one. Let's land this one as well. Unloading mail is done. Now it's loading of mail that's happening. IOU up and done, and there goes the plane. So there you go. We've serviced that plane altogether. Okay, there's another plane that we can come in, land at number 1. Okay, so there's no truck there waiting for its mail to come in. Oh, here it goes, I think. No, that's going to load that guy, and this is going to pick up the mail from over there. So you can clearly see that if we continue to pick up more and more planes, we're going to need more trucks to service them. There we go, and this is the kind of money that we're making from that. So let's speed things up a little bit so we get a little bit more cash. I'm pretty keen on building some of the other buildings and all those kind of things. So just a quick look. Let's pause it for a second while I tell you over here. So these are required services. So you can see there's a lot of room for a lot of different stuff, and what's the ramp size that it needs, and so on. So this one wants refueling, and it also wants to do the mail service. I'm not sure what this is, turnaround time, so it doesn't seem like it's got any kind of requirement. This is what it's going to cost us to operate it. Oh, no, hang on. A penalty for failing to service the airline or for failing to land. Okay, so if we let it come in, there is, we can make money. Fueling, mail load, mail unload, parking and landing all gives us money. So since this guy is going to give us a little bit more money, we will give this one a slot first. But we've got an extra slot available, so we'll just get that one to land as well. Now, let's speed things along. So as you see, we're already making a fair bit of money, and we want to be able to manage a number of planes on these ramps. I don't know why they're called ramps. It feels like it should be called a stand to me, but anyway, that's just the thing. Okay, there's another one. We'll get that one to come in at the ramp number 1. There's another one over there. Come in at ramp number 2, please. So clearly you can see if your services are closer to a certain ramp, it might be worth getting it to come into a certain area instead, or a certain ramp then instead of another one. I'm almost thinking it's almost tempting to have multiple access points through there, so that you can extend your ramps to the other side. I'm liking the kind of layout that we're doing with our airport over here at the moment. How's our money going? We're not actually seeing a lot of planes to manage just yet, so our vehicles are managing them quite well, and I believe it's travel distance because we're so close. We're not our vehicles are kind of dealing with it pretty well. Fueling, loading mail. What's happening over there? Loading mail. So we're just waiting for these guys to come back. Get that one landed, please. So we're making a ton of money. We should be able to build the office soon, and I'm pretty keen on getting that office built, so that we because that's where we start doing research, so we can start opening up extra services and the likes. We are managing these guys quite effectively now. I'm loving. Oh, look at that. That's our first bigger one. This is passenger services, so we can't manage that one. We'll get rid of that. But this one, look at that. 249. We definitely want this one to come in. Come in at ramp number 1, please. And you, my friend, you can come into ramp number 3. There's cargo services over here, so we can't grab these just yet. We don't have those services available. But we can bring in one of these. And this guy now has to wait a little bit. Oh, look at this guy. Okay, let's pause the game so I'll quickly show you this. What is this? What is this? This is a Farman. So I don't know my planes, but that's what it is. And the airline is probably Royal Postal something. I don't know. That seems to be what it is. Orville Airmail and Royal Postmaster's Office. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so it's got some turnaround of 4 minutes at the moment. It's unloading mail. It still needs to get the other services done. But let's quickly see about just going around this guy so you can have a look at it. Look at that. There's the little guy sitting up there. It's pretty cool. I like it. Oh man. Go all the way around. That's our little plane number there, our ramp number. Awesome. I can't wait for these things to start upgrading, becoming better. That's going to be really cool. I'm really excited about this actually. It's more of it feels like it's a little bit more airside management than it is terminal management, and maybe come terminal management later in the game. Oh, you know what? We also have enough money, I think, to procure the office. So I'm almost tempted that instead of putting the office on that piece, we do it over here. So first things first, I may have to just do grass road, and we'll run it through there a little bit. Shouldn't have cost us too much money, and then we'll grab the office and we'll slot it in over there. So now we've got an office. We can't hire anybody just yet, so we need to now hire researchers before we can get research points, but we've got the office up and running. So let's just and as I'll once we get our first researcher, I'll run you through all the things that's in there that we can research. All of these stands are occupied at the moment, so there's a few things. So as you can see, if you don't let it land in time, you end up with it going away. And I don't think you pay the penalty if you don't allow it to land. It's just if you say land and it doesn't land, or you can't services, then you pay that penalty. Can some of these things leave so we can slot some of these other guys in now? We may be out of vehicles. We may need to actually get more vehicles to service these guys. So let's pick up this guy. Okay, come in there, and then I want to pick up that guy. So we're going to use these two. Hopefully there's enough for this guy. Yeah, absolutely. Come on in, because that one makes a ton of money. Okay, let's pause it again. So now we've got enough money. Let's go to the research menu, Now we can hire our very first researcher at 200, but it's to hire him, but then you've got a salary of $1 a day. Okay, so let's have a look at research. There seems to be a number of things to look at over here. So we've got airplane services, so advanced battle logistics, battle trolleys, pumping fuel, driver training, mail logistics, hoist and winch, ramp services, cargo terminal, air traffic control, ramp service shoe. Then there's some stuff under passenger services, aero snacks, advanced terminals, bus operations, stairway mounting, luggage drop zones, petty trading, stuff like that. But you can see it's kind of almost saying like you need to get to a certain year or era before that happens. Under personnel, there's driver training. What? I thought there was driver training and advanced drivers training. Okay, interesting. Then there's driver training, boarding instructions, check-in instructions. So this is obviously just optimizes things. Personnel, rest facilities, security. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Then on the construction, there's tarmac runways, tarmac stands, tarmac paving, concrete structures, passenger terminal planning. So definitely we're going to get to passenger terminals and expense control. And then under office works, we've got some furniture, paper trays, and internal circulation and flight scheduling, which I believe would mean that we don't have to manually schedule every single flight to come in. But one of the things I'm going to do first is this office furniture, because it boosts comfortable tables, chairs, and wardrobes are better than old workbenches from workshops. Clerks can do much more in a comfortable environment. So I believe this makes our research go much quicker. So we're going to pick up this one first, and I know it might not be the most exciting one, but we're going to pick that one up first until we can, and then we're going to move on to some of these other services like cargo and passengers, right? So we'll do that. So let's continue with this stuff, and let's speed it all along so that we can start getting things done much quicker. Okay, so now we can pick up another plane, but I'm tempted to pick up that one because it's going to give us a little bit more money, and then that guy should be able to wait a little bit longer until we've got another slot available. We can't service that guy, we can't do that one, we can't do that one. Over here, please come on in. I like servicing the big ones because they've got lots of money that comes in. Okay, now we've got enough money. I'm going to procure a second researcher. Does that mean these things go a little quicker now? Maybe it means it goes a little quicker. I wonder if research points actually accumulates or it's just what's available. Okay, we do need more vehicles, I think, so that we can get these guys managed a little quicker. What's going on? So this guy is busy doing something. This guy is... Okay, so this guy is loading mail. Come on. Okay, yeah, this guy is unloading mail over there. This guy is busy fueling. So maybe what we need to do is procure an extra vehicle over here. So let's see about upgrading for an extra parking slot. Yeah, but now we don't have enough money to buy that guy. So we'll continue to speed along until we have enough money to actually get that guy to come in. Yeah, so I think if we need another fuel truck for these guys to be able to get through quicker. Otherwise, we should just start picking up a little bit more mail only. Ooh, can we please pick this guy up? Excellent. And we can pick up the next one, which I think we'll do without fueling. Okay, so now we've got room here. So let's quickly purchase one more of these guys so that we can get the fueling done a little quicker. You'll be servicing at least 2 of them at a time, I think. Okay. Unloading, refueling, all these kind of things. Get rid of those we can't do. Okay, now we should be able to pick this guy up. Come on in. Should be able to do our fueling pretty quickly as well. Okay, there's a ramp available. We'll bring in that guy. Oh, there's one of these guys. We just need to if everyone doesn't need the refueling, then we can probably get them through a little bit quicker. I just want to pick up this guy for the big bucks though. Okay, since we've got a little bit more cash now, I'm thinking get 2 more researchers. Okay, that should hopefully get us through this a little quicker still. But it seems like it's going to go to the end of the day at least. And maybe overnight we can pick up one of the other pieces as well. Ooh, can some of these clear please? No, I don't want to lose that guy. Oh my goodness, I ended up losing him. Let's pick up this one then before we start losing more stuff. Look at that. So that lands the entire one, then it has to come back. It feels really inefficient. But at least we've got fairly one-way operations going on over here. We can't pick up that one. We can't do these. We have some open slots over here, so we'll pick up that one and we'll pick up this one that doesn't need fielding. Kind of wondering whether we grab ourselves an extra one of these guys as well. Let's buy one more slot here and we'll buy so on. So there is a maximum. You can't continue to buy parking slots, but maybe an extra vehicle here will be fairly helpful for us. Okay, I want to make sure we make a fair bit of money at least. Oh, now it's night time, so we can't get any more cash to come our way. Okay, daytime work hours have ended. During late hours, you will be unable to accept any more flights and will have to wait until morning for flights to continue coming in. Use this time to focus on improving aspects of your airport. Presumably, in the future, you'll be able to get lights and stuff like that. Let's quickly see what's going on with our research. So we're nowhere close to finishing off that research. We've got a little bit of cash, but I would like to purchase some new services at some point as well. Actually, but let's just use that cash, to get at least one more guy here, so we can generate 75 research points a day now. So hopefully that gets us through it pretty quickly. Can you guys please finish off servicing this guy? 1.5 hours. Is that what we're taking to do this? Come on guys, how long does it take to load the mail? Can you see the mail? Oh, okay, now there we go. So now everybody's left. Oh, there's some more money in there. We can actually get an extra researcher potentially. But let's fast forward to the next flight, or at least till the research stops. Okay, hang on. Okay, what happened? This is the daily report. So you can see we spent a lot of money on construction. Then in terms of our maintenance and daily costs, we have vehicles, staff, and I believe those staff, that's mainly one-time costs. So it's only 40 for staff. The other 1,000 was the 5 researchers we actually hired. Then fuel supply, boosts, and terminal objects. I don't know. Anyway, so at the moment we haven't made any money. Ooh, money's gone down. Don't know why. But I am very optimistic. Oh, and that's the buying of vehicles is this as well. So hiring of staff and buying of vehicles is probably the predominant cost here. So the maintenance cost and stuff means that we should be able to make a fair bit of money per day doing what we're currently doing. Okay, perfect. Let's up. So we've got the research that was finished. So let's just have a look. Should we go for paper trays, or let's just go and get an extra service? Let's go for so passenger service, base hospitality. Which I don't really like to wait to flight at a postal warehouse or cargo terminal, so we need to build something like this. The alternative is this guy, which is going to be much quicker. Let's go with cargo first. So let's pick up cargo services. So let's research that. Okay, it's the morning. Flights are coming in. We can land you, please. We can land you. We'll not land you at the moment, and then we'll speed it to kind of jet speed and see what's going on. This is just our research, right? Thank you. So we're getting some landing fees with a little bit out of money at the moment. Ooh, see, so that's what it went up to. So we've got like 7 research points additional per day, which is not that much, I must say. Let's land you, please, and we'll also get you to come and land. Ooh, we're actually ahead of schedule a little bit at the moment. Cargo services not quite yet, but we can certainly land you. So I don't like the waiting that's occurring over here. Anyway, as soon as we've got a spot available, you'll be able to go. So this is how you can see what is the linked services over there. Can we, yeah, you can come in there. We'll clear these out. This is mail only. Yeah, those coming in seems to have priority. Yeah, let's pick up the mail over here only. Do we have an extra mail vehicle? Yeah, we have 3, so that should be okay. Ooh, I don't want to miss out on that guy. Much money over there. So our money is already going up yet again. I can't handle these guys. Have to get rid of that. Okay, so now we've got up to 500. We're probably going to need to save a bit of cash for this service, but we've got another 5 hours left. So I'll just pick up 2 more so we can start optimizing things a little bit. I don't think, well, we could probably do a few extra vehicles also. So the question is, how do we know what kind of vehicles we would like to expand on? And I'm going to leave you on that cliffhanger, and I'll see you, show you in the next episode how we continue to expand this. So that's been this episode, guys. So this is a brand new kind of let's look at the Skyhaven. Whether this is going to turn into a full-blown kind of series will depend on 2 things. Firstly, whether you actually like it and like this video, and the second thing is if the game will actually allow us to do so. So I think it's still obviously an early development, but it only goes so far. I think if we open the research one, it only goes so far. So I think you can only kind of get to the 1930s or something. So it's like the first 20 years or something like that. Might be a little further than that, or yeah, it seems like that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure up to where this will be unlocked. See, all of this is still coming soon. But at least there's a fair bit to have a look at, and I do like the game. The game is pretty cool. It's different than the stuff that we're looking at already. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one if you give me some love. Okay, bye bye.